Hello again everyone, Hyperion-Blue-GT here, and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 in part 171. Preparation is about to go underway for Roger Norwood in the Lightweight K-Cup as additional race number 4 along with Ferrari Circuit Challenge, as I promised myself to go recommend after the European Clubman Cup 600 in the reverse direction. As I'm about to be prepared myself to go with some suggestions of upgrades because of the wide body specific on this lightweight cake truck, perfectly and inline 3 cylinders is quite perfectly to go for the engine type model on the K6A is carrying around, and go with some adjusted performance point will be needed to have it going by under 400. So I had to go upgrade it into stage 2 on weight reduction, have the ballast just in case to have the power restrictor to be purchased earlier, and then one other thing perhaps to be on the semi racing, just only have high turbocharged RPM to be purchased along with a racing intercooler and racing bubbler, and one more thing to have a racing fully customizable computer to be needed and have a potential to be precise control over the engine. Just had to go upgrade into 93 horsepower, and displacement might need to go into by 600, might have to go by polished ports or stroke up. This one might need to have one good increase of the mid into RPM range and have one stroke up S labeled to be special to be into by 707 displacement of CC. So there you go, and one more thing perhaps to have 1/3 stage of weight reduction. Just make it into 1,376 pounds is perfectly to go lighter and adjusted, just like having a different kind of a European race truck. Now, I might have to do some racing brake, slot disc, or just have to go with a drill disc instead. Maybe I'll have to purchase with a drill disc and then racing clutch and flywheel, just only have one good increase of the multi-plate clutch for minimum internal weight. Alright, that should do very much, and have the racing brake pads to go adding up by one additional by increase for the short amount of performance point. Okay, so maybe I might need to have one bore up to be upgraded and have a displacement into 725cc, and also to have the high compression pistons to go for increased compression for more power and response. Fully customizable LSD is now needed to be upgraded, and there you go. Suspension, fully customizable, is all I need, and transmission for racing use only. Okay, now all I need to have one engine balance tuning. Let's see how it turns out, and give this carry. We'll go for a fully ledged race truck. We'll be amp up and see how it turns out to go suggested to be using in the comfort soft tires. But maybe I'll have to hold on to it for a while, and then I'll have to get back to the tuning shop when I was using for the 5th generation Corvette CO6 2001. Then let's go back to DeForest Raceway, and additional race number 5 for Ferrari Circuit Challenge is about to be prepared to go for a lineup in order to be currently before prior to the future weekly challenges. So I'll have to go for the 812 Superfast 2017 and have one preparation to go quicker to be using in Sports Soft compound tires. That should do well, and switch it up and make it to go for an increase of performance point into 709.43. But maybe I have a better idea. Just only have one power restrictor and reinforce it to be changed up to go for a reduced amount of horsepower from 788 horsepower and make it like into 725. Just have to go decrease into 90% and 710 horsepower. That should do well, and ready up to be participate to be rolling in by 6 laps. We'll go in forward. We will be having one Gran Turismo player will be going for the yellow 812 Superfast, and that means the only opportunity will go for the one-on-one hypercar showdown by featuring with the F8 Tributo, and that means it's going to be a one good Ferrari racing opportunity to see which one is the better, the exotic hypercar or the Grand Touring hypercar, but we'll have to find out soon enough, and this might have to go proceed onwards to have the next focus with 3 races until the future weekly challenges will be prioritized. And here we have Hashimiya, and right over here in 12th position is well seen on the list. Let's give a good detail and warm welcome about the Ferrari 812 Superfast. Hi, I'm Jun Hashimiya from Japan. Today, I'll be driving Ferrari's legendary front-engine 12-banger, the 812 Superfast. Its name is delivered from the car's 800 horsepower and 12-cylinder engine. This car is nothing short of ravishing, a classic form to be sure, but one that's been sculptured for speed. You might be surprised by its 107.1 inches wheelbase, but the Superfast excels at taking even the tightest of corners. Besides, its wheelbase gives it the comfort required for going long distance. It's a Grand Tourer after all. Indeed, this is one super sports car that delivers on both speed and grace. Sweet, just like the 812 Berlin Enta, and very much more indeed to be faster to go on 812. Legendary and well outfitted to have a modern day hypercar, will go with a neat speed and challenges itself by having one good acceleration to go for a main stage as the next gen Gran Turismo. Count me in, and challenge itself will go amp up and filled with the sports soft tires will be labeled and go climb up to be in the first position. It will be having a hypercar contest to see which one is the best, 812 Superfast or Ebe Tributo. I'll have to find out, and then this will have to go down underway by the first lap and overtake as I'm about to be moving on in 15th place to go on the first turn. That brings out to give a good maintained pace by the cornering, speed and excellent will give a good sense of agility and balance. And there's the F12 Berlin Enta in position 14, driven by a Ballotant. Let's keep it nice and slow and moving on in sector 2 to go around by the right turn position by coming in and out of the tunnel. Alright, very nice to go overtake as the predecessor for the Gran Turismo vehicle and make way for the successor for the F12 Berlin Enta to go in the 15th place and moving on forward to have a good eyes on Jun in the meantime. There he is. Let's get in there and double overtake. This way to go and see which one is the best style of the base color. Got to catch up on Hashimiya. He's going well and challenging with the Ebe Tributo on T Ishii. Let's keep it nice and slow and have 3 hypercars will go accompany. Okay, feel the line and almost there to catch up to the final turn. But I know the method, just be patient and avoid the contact when nearby. Okay, that's better. Now, faster lap time will put myself to be on the standby in lap number 2. Not yet. I'll have to leave it until 3rd lap will go receive. But you know, by different colors, by choosing the Ferrari 812 Superfast is a good excellent Gran Turismo vehicle along with the Ebe Tributo, and so Ferrari, LaFerrari, and other kinds of high-performance exotic Ferrari vehicles is well embraced to have a good type of the hypercar status, especially for the F12 Berlin Enta is still capable to be labeled as a street race discipline ever since from the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest. But I still love about this car, it has good peak of performance and well adjusted to be maxed out in 788 horsepower to bring it and race it in European Clubman Cup 600 on all courses, especially Nürburgring National Alp and Deep Forest Raceway in reverse direction. But that would be quite very possible to see the 812 Superfast will go take on with the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA M 2020. But hang on. I had to get behind on Jun Hashimiya. He's doing well and going master on the second out-and-out basic. Keep it up tight and almost there to have a gap distance in 24.5 seconds. Alright, there we go, and here comes the third lap on the halfway mark. Will be labeled up and be on the lookout ever since I just took the lap time to be well guessed by a minute 37.718 seconds. Well, maybe perhaps the HUD interface may be quite giving some updated to be on the lookout, so I'll have to keep racing on and go faster to beat my own time. But it takes more practice, and I still got a perspective to be rolled on the commentary. We might need to do some more improvement. So I just really think I need to be sucked up and just try to be express myself because of my own type. So here is another F12 Berlin Inter at position 6, almost there, and total gap distance in about 16.3 seconds to go. Come on, almost there to catch up and overtake H. Mikel. Third sector will go resume and be on the lookout. Got to go safe and brake, and I have a good eye on the last top 3 drivers. So there's Anderson in the blue F8 Tributo. Got to clarify and stay on the tarmac. We'll have to go dive down in the final corner. Here comes the opening. So I had to overtake the white F12 Berlin Inter, and there you go. Placement on the respawn by received a faster time in 1 minute 35.744 seconds. Okay, got a good eye company with 2 Ferrari 430 Scuderia, 1 for the 512BB, and also for Simon Bishop is still currently in the lead with the 458 Italia 2009. Just only have 2 more laps to go, and be patiently. I'll have to think about it and find some good opening by the inside or outside. This will have to get a little bit tougher and keep a good eyes on the gap. Okay, just have to go work it up and face the committed turn on turn 10. Not yet. Just roar the B12 engine and feel the line of the cylinder. Okay, Anderson is minute in second place. I had to go quickly and pull out the brake for the 4th time in a row. Okay, close call, and down to 10.7 seconds left. Okay, here comes the final turn, and go into formation to have enough speed to go up into 169 miles per hour. Okay, that's the ticket. Now, I'll have to take second position and catch up to Simon Bishop in about 7 seconds left to go by additional in point 1. See? By the difference between the F8 Tributo and 812 Superfast is a different characteristic when it comes to have some 2 types of hypercars by 1 Gran Turismo and 1 Ultra Exotic. Differences by the FR and MR drivetrain layout and different performance will be embraced to give a capability to see which one is the better amount of Ferrari performance. Just only had to take a good eyes check and do what turn 10 by stepping up on the apexes until catching up onto the 458 Italia 2009. Pushing up the limits to go up in about 260 kilometers per hour, and that means by the range of the top speed to go peak up by almost 170 miles per hour. But heads up, one classic Ferrari vehicle will be waved out and go on the blue flag. Just almost there. The final lap is going to be nearly there. Keep it up and tight. Down to 1 second left. pretty fast and pretty heavy to go respond for the motion on the Grand Touring Hypercar to be arriving in lap number 6. Let's keep it careful and going up the hill before taking turn 2. Okay, solid front work. Just have to be mindful, strategize to get patient. It looks like the black Ferrari 308 GTB 1976 is going on the last position by trailblazing in 1 lap plus. Still ongoing, but I know what to do, and the strategy is I had to be planned to go suggestions when using the right pick of the hypercar versus one exotic supercar to be amped up to go for the 7-speed transmission. But here comes the best upper hand, straight away to go follow up on the curb. Just in time before the F8 Tributo, Will might have to take a chance to catch up to the 458 Italia, and that means Anderson is still currently to be in position number 4. But looks like Jonas here and Simon Bishop is still trying to defend himself to be catching up into the 2nd position before being dropped down into third. Okay, let's sprint to the finish line and go dive in at the final corner. It's going to be very tricky, and steer well will go respond in the heavy. Alright, that's more like it. First position for the red 812 Superfast for the win. Nice, and Grand Touring Hypercar excited. But thankfully, it takes all that black basic work. We'll have to go practice by practice and attempt by attempt to go for a single session by the period of time for the total time in 9 minutes 42.10 seconds, and right at the bat for only one good faster lap time in the 5th lap by 1 minute 34.191 seconds. Good on the hypercar, and that means 2 F8 Tributos will be more likely to have another round. Will go on a rematch, but probably later on in the weekly challenges, so I'll have to be able to be looking forward to it and bring out to have 135,000 GT credit to go in clean race bonus. Successful, and 1 4-star roulette ticket has now been received for a daily driving marathon. Let's do the replay and go to the 6th lap on the playback position by round in 9 minutes and go into 20 seconds. Just only have 1 or 2 812 Superfast, and that brings out with 1 458 Italia is right over here. Just have to go close in and make this image to go perfect on the captured. Beautiful and successful to have this one to go label check and on participate to have 3 races as part of May 2025 update. By having one awesome Ferrari event is all done, next up, alternate Noah for additional race number 4 in Lightweight K-Cup, as the latest weekly challenges is about to go green light is opened. I'll have to do it quickly and go right now to have the first check mark will be received and 1 roulette ticket or the credit ticket to be determined. Let's grab my UDRS Inspirtech livery on the Suzuki Carry KC 2012. Track ready and fully well competitive. We'll have to take the forward direction by 6 laps, and suggestions might need to use with the Comfort Soft tires 400 or less, and 75,000 Gran Turismo credit in the first position as suggested to be planned to go recommend to have some more upgrade. So I got everything I need, and be prepared for the opportunity to see this Japanese K-Truck to go racing with a Suzuki Jimny XC and other Japanese K-cars to go well, specifically like the Daihatsu Koben, Suzuki Cappuccino, and even yet Honda Beat and X660 is about to be ready to go on the starting grid. And there's only have one future Gran Turismo player who will be using with the same Carry KC is Yusuke Goto. There he is right now on position 8, and let's give a good tip details and recommend that you might need to have some upgraded parts. Hi, I'm Yusuke Goto from Japan. Today I'll be driving a very rare car, the Suzuki Carry, a truck built to Japan's unique K-car specifications. Don't let its small size fool you. This micro truck is simply packed to the gills with special features. It's roomier than meets the eye, and its 658cc engine punches well above its weight for a rear-wheel vehicle. If you're planning on entering this fan favorite of more than 60 years into any races, be sure to give it a tune-up first. Got it? Check. And recommend to go suitable as the main suggestions to go faster with some few other K cars. That brings out to have one tip of the reminder, folks. You might need to have your own Carry KC 2012 with a wide body or non-wide body specific, just in case to have one comfort soft tires if you're about to go faster to have a good mark and solid on the podium to get up into first place. Whenever you like to have a good feel to be set and have yourself to go for adjustment, the transmission will always have to help you out, and set for the top speed will have to be placed automatically to go over by 200 miles per hour, and well considered to have a kilometers per hour to be set by 240, and have some few other installed parts on engine tuning along with 3 stages of weight reduction, and have 1 increased body rigidity. That should do well, and calculate performance to be set and make it into 383.48 performance point will give a good amp up, and feel the speed to be lighter up to have a one good K truck will go full on competition. It's going to be a very good K truck of opportunity, folks. I'm always prepared and ready up to go for the weekly challenges to be finished in 3rd place or higher. Here I come, and everything is going K-Truck on the competition to be well embraced to be on the track. Just like driving European sports truck, and it's going to be quite giving some tight turns, we'll feel to respond to go in basic workout. But it's going to be the real test. I'm always well prepared and have this full walkthrough of the segment for this moment. It's going to be steer well and drive faster to go up with an increase of displacement. But don't let yourself to go overwhelmed. You might need to have all the tuning parts to go fit, install, and have the power restrictor to be well placed to go under by 400. Just only have one practice, and give this example if you're about to becoming as a K-Truck expert to have yourself for a progression of experience. For the cars, I just spent by over 20 minutes to get myself to be making a good kind of a commentary of talent when it comes to have some impressions about 4 cars for the latest update. But after all, I just really might have to do a little bit more time and have this content video to be worked up and make it much more masterpiece to go for a label of rework edition. That's what I have been doing. Every brand new content videos takes a long time by doing hard work. That's the new way of be creative. But it's doing well, and it's going well off the charts. It's going stable by competition speed, ready to see this Carry KC is a good ways of driving source. The speed is excellent, the handling takes some concentration, and very simple to go climb up and face the gap distance if you're about to bring this one in the lightweight K-Cup as the menu book. But I'm 50% very sure to have this event on number 4 to go extra on additional after the latest special event for the previous weekly challenges. But I just really miss out, but all I have to do is going to keep moving forward until the next one. By here until now, just made it on time to have one good Carry Suzuki vehicle is quite very interesting to have some differences between the wide body and the non-wide body specific. So I got the 8th position going in and heading back in the last sector before at the end of the 2nd lap. But looks like Takuma Minasono is already doing well to be in the 1st position at the lead, along with Igor Fraka and T. Yamanaka on position 2 and 3. But heads up, I had to keep that inside corner for the final turn and go straight directly to lap number 3 by the faster lap time I took by 1 minute 25.464 seconds. Just keep it nice and tight. There's Jonathan Wong in the Daihatsu Clubman 2002 along with A. Brooks in the Suzuki Cappuccino 1991. Got to go short straightaway and commit on turn 3 by sector 2. I'm always well prepared to go for the acceleration, and steer well will go reflex on the concentration. This will have to take a good push and climbing up by 18.3 seconds to go, as I'm about to go right ahead and have turn 6 and 7 will go on the inside corner. But very perfectly, steer well to go basic on gear 2, and momentarily as I'm about to catch up to go forward to face up into the top 3 position by the grid. So come on, just had to take that brake position to go right up the turn, and there's Antonio Santos in 5th place on the Suzuki Jimny XC 2018. Okay, right at the pass at Ryota Kokubun, and get closer. Steady up, and final turn clear before the 4th lap will go by 2 more remain. Only 13.8 seconds left. I'm almost there. 1 UDRS Inspirtech livery for the Carry KC in the track competition ready is well experienced, just like I pretend to be driving in the European race truck for the FIA European Truck Championship. But I never see watching race trucks on the track before, but I'll have to look it for myself after finishing 3 new races for this main part of the full walkthrough. But that will be doing more excited out there, just like GT race cars, in a different whole new ways of automobile perspective in each part of the eras of motorsport history. Okay, it's gonna have to take a nice concentration, and I see Yamanaka in 3rd position by 2.2 seconds to go. But that will be doing more excellent to have good Japanese K cars, as 1 micro truck cars are about to go for climbing up into the top 3 grid. Just wait, and then go and commit on the final turn again. And there's the William Tell music. This will have to give a good short time and take the 5th lap. Will go on penultimate run. Fastest lap time I took is 1 minute, 24.614 seconds on the Carry KC for Team UDRS Inspirtech. Come on, old pal, you can do it. I'm always well prepared for the moment, and concentration is the good K truck of the key. Dive down below on turn 4 before heading back to the bridge by crossing through. Just only have 8.6 seconds left on Takuma, Minnesota, folks. Am I supposed to make it? I'll find out. Third gear coming up, and almost there to half the gap distance by 6.4 seconds. Dive in and proceed into the final sector in lap 5 before the final lap is going closer towards number 6. This will have to do an now or never. I had to push hard and race hard, and master the Carry KC fully wide body spec is going to have to take a good stage on competition. I can hardly feel it, and feel the need for speed is going for a micro K truck is all about, for having 1 utility will be put into the track. Stay close and deal with turn 2. Steer well to go dive down below. I can hardly feel it. Touching up the curbstones and break through by 3.7 seconds. Alright, that's more like it. Break the 3-second gap and catching up to Takuma Minnesota. I really bet I should rather have to do some aerodynamics on this K truck, which is very much more needed to go for a set of adjustment. But even perhaps more cornering means more speed will be suitable, will be pulling on through. Just in time, and combat myself at the final turn, will have to be safer on the brake. There's the checker flag, and solid fine work to be placed up by one check mark is done and done. Wow! Now this is what I call one Micro K truck is will debut to be racing on the track in Orchard Knollwood, ladies and gentlemen. And thankfully, that was a simple kind of an excellent racing opportunity to see this good kind of a wide body version is now outfitted just like having a one good European racetrack to go in European racetracks. So I got the total time in 8 minutes, 27.848 seconds, and right on the mark by lap number 6 is going to set for a new record I took is 1 minute, 22.680 seconds. Now that's what I call a K truck competition by one reserve on the Suzuki Carry KC 2012. 112,500 credits and clean race bonus will be increased by 50%. And there's one 6-star roulette ticket in the parts category, received and will deserve to have one content replay will be called out. I'll have to call out and have one good placement for the thumbnail image to be take place in lap number 6. But this will be having my GT moment between one Honda S660 and one Suzuki Carry KC 2012. One goes for tougher on the outside and struggle to go closer on the inside. But better yet, and this one is perfectly to have this thumbnail image will deserve to save a content replay later on. So that's one checkmark clear and 4 to go, but I really think moving on to American Clubman Cup 700 at Autodromo de Interlagos and just having a right time that you guys really might have to take a good look for having a brand new UDRS Inspirtech livery on the Chevrolet Corvette C06 5th generation 2001. I'll have to go back to the tune shop just in case I'll have to be upgraded to have one performance point by around in over 550 and make it into 700s. That will be having another preparation and go with racing hard compound tires is all I need. And there we go, 17,500 credits and have all the parts will be required to go set, placement and adjusted by default. And one more thing perhaps, have the racing brake kit to be slotted disc, purchased and good to go by 639.75. Okay, there we go, and have one racing intercooler, and almost forgot having one high-end torque supercharger will be packed up and go into 550 horsepower. Just like having one Corvette C5-R and have one racing muffler will be having a best exhaust will give a good flow in the RPM. Racing air filter check, and have the stroke up, increase displacement into 58,806. Okay, there we go. And one more thing perhaps to do with 2 stages is only need to go for adjustment. Just have stage 1 and have weight reduction in stage number 2. Okay, almost forgot one thing for sure, LSD and racing transmission. Okay, so I didn't notice that I just purchased a manual transmission, but well, I'll have to be switching back into racing category and then one part carbon propeller shaft. That should do well, and one last thing. Racing exhaust manifold is all I need to have an increased horsepower into 651. Alright folks, shopping time on parts is over and let's get back to the world circuits. Off to Americas at Interlagos will give my moment to shine. I've been waiting for the moment folks. One good 5th generation Corvette to be fully modified and be at the ready to be quite good placement to be serving up to go on race number 8. That should do very well to have 5 laps and go for a full course session, and right on the 8th generation Corvette will be race ready to be accepted to go for challenges and competition in Corvette. I really hope it turns out very more competitive, challenging, and once again by facing the C8 Corvette, as I'm about to have a good check to be on the list of the starting grid, especially Antonio Santos will be going again since Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. I really bet one 5th generation Corvette is about to go in red, and here he is right now to be listed on the starting grid. He's on 13th place, and this will give a good wonderful interaction tip about the 5th generation Corvette as a 2001 model and originally to be made from 1997. Hi there, I'm Antonio Santos from France. Today I'll be driving the most iconic American sports car. You know the one. That's right, the Chevrolet Corvette. This is the C5, the 5th generation model whose lineage dates back to 1997, and what's more is the C06 variant. The C06 was specially built with racing in mind, equipped with a 384.6 horsepower engine and enhanced undercarriage system. In addition to its fifth hardtop roof, it comes with only a manual gearbox, making it the ultimate Spartan machine. Packed with thrills, this long-nosed FR vehicle offers a wind-up-your-hair freedom that's truly American. Awesome, and one good American 5th generation Corvette is amazing to be turned out to go driving on the open road and used on the track. Consider this as a C5-R to have this good wide body modification earlier, as I just went down to have an introduction since May 2025 update. But I'm really down for it, and I really hope they will be having a good eyes on the C8 Corvette on 50 position is Jose Serrano. I'm really down for it, and I'm going in as I will go enter to take the battle of first place. Let's have the TCS to be set in 3 seconds, and here I come. We'll fill the Corvette of competition to go success. Here comes the Senate S on turn 1 and 2. There's Jimenez in the 3rd generation Corvette. Just have to take a good eyes on Jose Serrano until being exit on turn 3 at Cuba del Sol. It's going wild, and competition nostalgia will be well embraced to have this most beautiful, impressive 5th generation Corvette since Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 6 as a C5-R. There's Antonio Santos in 13th place, followed by with a blue Corvette 4th generation as a CR-1. Just awesome, American, perfect, and embrace it to go for the competition of speed and democracy. Gonna have to take the first hairpin and follow the line on Emily Jones in the GSC Ford Maverick, and there's E. Duran in the C2 Corvette. That will be a perfect moment, and have one Wicked Fabrication GT51 is right over here in position 9. Just have to take it slow, but this guy is quite very new. Nice and solid triple overtake. Got to keep this puppy up tight and go clean racing in the motion. I'm so very excited about having 3 races for the update, folks. I'm always well down for having some main interest for the first hands-on impression by using time trial and normal races, just like in case I just recently done for having one previous content video as we work. But you know, every live stream videos will be put up and changes to do some maintenance on work for my development, but it takes time, and development for my tagline model for my YouTube channel. Every brand new content videos takes a lot of time. By doing hard work is the natural, we'll do things in order. But be creative is the most talented ways to becoming as a content creator, to be having some one element to give a good taste as an artist. but especially to have my own kind of a UDRS Inspotech livery with this 5th generation Corvette, which is quite very nostalgia and give a good heritage spirit since the 4th generation from the late 90s. It actually bears out to have a good true racing lineage, and especially to have the base color in Le Mans Blue Metallic. But I just spent by over 40 minutes to make this good kind of a UDRS Inspotech livery, just like the C7 CR1 2019 and 6th generation is I just recently to have my own kind of a favorite American supercar. But as I'm a big fan of Corvette, it actually does have their own kinds of replica-based variants, and especially to have its own kind of a Grand Sport variant, which is more actually to be taking on with the Dodge Viper GTS as the most famous V10 engine. See that? It's still becoming as arch rival between the 5th generation Corvette and the Dodge Viper GTS R. It still always have some good racing moments of the history of motorsport for this day, and it still lives on and have the lineage to be bearing out to have some competition when it comes to American manufacturer brands to go label in arch rivals. So I got the dirt lap comes in, and I just really think about racing in the Pan American Championship back then. Just like old times of racing, and have the new one in American Clubman Cup 700 is well served up to go additional as race number 8. But I mean, look at it go. I just took the lead and successful to be placed up in the middle of lap number 3. Got to keep a nice good line and touch at the apex. Looks like McDowell is currently to be stay well defended to be in 2nd place. I'll have to keep a good watchful eye on Jose Serrano and his Chevrolet Corvette C8 Stingray 2020. That means Emily Jones is going to be placed up to be well seen in position number 8. Okay, gonna have to keep going and have enough gap distance by 7 seconds to go additional by extra. But I hope you guys like this livery. It actually does have a good bearing heritage from the 4th generation Corvette as a Grand Sport to be well outfitted and served to go into race modification. But I really think about some different kinds of variants that related to the 5th generation Corvette to be applied with some wide body modification, just like all the images as seen from the internet. But it turns out very nice, and one thing about the headlights, just make something else to be well kept and perfectly to be remain as the original before having a headlights to be well seen to give a good detailed look. Just like having one good opportunity to have your own kind of modification variants to this C5 Corvette as a C06. But no idea how it turns out to have this good kind of a 5th generation was introduced in 1997 after finishing up the last production on the 4th generation since 1996. But still popular and bring out to have a new shape and new millennium to have a good outfit style to have a chassis is perfectly to becoming as a successor to the 6th generation Corvette before being releases in 2005. But I mean, the handling turns out very well perfectly because I never let go about the C5 Corvette. It still have some good sports car legendary nostalgia. Just almost there. Just have to make my way and go into the last sector before finishing up in the 4th lap. But it turns out very nice and well outfitted to have a good type of the competition ready. But I'll have to think about it if I had to go and have my own UDRS Inspotech livery to the C6 CR1 2009. But I'm always have to stick it to my favorite kind of a 6th generation Corvette is a good CR1 title to be well packed with a supercharged aspiration. But I still really love about the C5 Corvette, which is quite very perfectly to give a good strap version just like the Grand Sport counterpart as a 4th generation. So I got the faster lap time in 1 minute, 38.923 seconds, and heading up to have enough gap distance will do some time to go for a pack-up defense. There's Jose Serrano, right at position number 7, folks. Just have to get there soon, and then right on the back we'll have to go placement to be well seen on the sunset to go on the horizon. But talk about going way too fast is perfectly for the 5th gen Corvette. We'll have to take some time until the CA Corvette will have to catch up until it reaches into the top 3. Just have one more hairpin to go and stop at turn 10. Keep it slow and steady on the line. Okay, Emily Jones is now climbing up on 6th place. She's getting closer to catch up to Regalado in 5th place. Just have the final stretch and final corner. I can do this one and make that RPM to go up into gear 6. And there we go. Race challenge complete, and UDRS ends Protect for having car number 50 for the 5th gen Corvette CO6. Now that's a good Corvette competition, folks. First place is now courtesy for the United Defense Reformation Service and progress to go back in 95%. Stunning, beautiful, and competition by the third type by having a total time in 8 minutes 28.255 seconds, and fourth lap as I still have by a minute 38.923 seconds. So good to be great, and Corvette a ball success. That's 102,000 GT credits, adding up by bonus in 50%, new day awaits, and stop at 17.1 miles. One more content replay is about to be going remain and have enough duration to go around by the main scene and go on a time. Just wait for it, folks. Only one more replay, and here it is. Just perfect, and have this image to be captured on the thumbnail in case that you guys really want to take a good look at my brand new UDRS Inspirtech livery. But it turns out to give a good heritage and have the Grand Sport variant just like my own kind of a previous as a 4th gen model. Well, I hope you like it. It turns out to give a car number 50 ever since to be well based and represents since 50 years of Corvette history since 1953 and stopped by in 2003. But awesome, and competition is now being well prepared to be proceed to Grand Valley Highway 1 for the Corvette 1-make category for all generations, except the Group 3 road car, but that would be considered to have one temporarily to go for a custom race in the meantime. For the Ferrari Circuit Challenge at D-Force Raceway, Lightweight K-Cup at Archinowood, and now Autodromo de Interlagos in American Clubman Cup 700 is check, well done, and going right back on the progress in event directory to be stopped at 95% to be once again. But I can't wait until part 172 will be coming up, as I'm about to go for having an encore for the World Touring Car 600 and the rematch at Michelin Raceway, World Atlanta, due to the participation of the previous weekly challenges. This will have to go World Car only, going faster, and have the challenges will be faced up with a Rube RGT 4.2 2016. But boy, this will have to take that good practice work, so I had to do my best. As I will keep continuing on, we'll wrap it up towards the end. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. Will join to get access per price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7 for part 172, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.